We're building an insane 65 Corvette to sell at auction with the proceeds to benefit charity. Dave's been like a kid in a candy shop as the boxes arrive.
So what we got in the shop right now is a 1965 Corvette C2. We're doing a really good build on this. Well, good build in my eyes because it's a resto mod. So I really dig the resto mod stuff. So we're doing, you know, no holds barred. I mean, we're doing everything on this car. So full suspension, drivetrain, LS, automatic, Dakotas. I mean, if there's something in the aftermarket world that we can get for this car, this is what we're getting. So what we got right now is what I'm working on is installing the front suspension. Right now, I've already tore the car down. It's been blasted and painted. And now we're at the point where we're gonna start putting all the goodies on it. So what I've done so far is I've got the lower control arms installed. This is a full RideTech kit. It's an amazing kit. It's very easy to install, very few modifications that you have to do. One is the top where the shock comes through. You have to get rid of the original retainer that sits in there. Just because of their style bushings they use in it, but that's not a big deal. A unibit or a step bit, that thing comes right out. So other than that, everything pretty much bolts into the same factory locations with their supplied hardware, their U-bracket, let's see, their coilovers, which are a Fox shock that are fully adjustable. When I install them, I typically just find the happy medium and I put it in there until we actually get it on the road and do some road testing. So as of right now, what I've got is I've just got, everything's pretty much bolted together loose, because in previous videos we've talked about how you don't want to tighten up your control arm nuts for the binding issue until you actually get it on the ground, get it at ride height. So right now everything is just snug together, just so it's not rattly and loose all over. We got the lower control arms on, upper control arms, their spindles, which are really nice spindle. Looks like to be a forged spindle. I've got all their accessories, all their stuff that goes with their kit. We are also doing a full RideTech in the rear, which is going to be a 9-inch housing with their half shafts and their rear control arms. Here in a minute, maybe I'll give you a sneak peek on what their rear control arm looks like, but it's pretty wicked. We're gonna get ready to start installing the steering components of it. I've got them sending me the Borgeson style power steering setup for it. So as soon as that gets here, we'll get that mounted on the car. And like I said, man, I'm just focusing on getting this thing into a rolling chassis so we can roll it around. That's where we're at. So I'm gonna start working on getting the suspension bolted in, getting their steering arms put in, the center link, their sway bar, which is, I'll show you real quick. It's pretty massive. So this is their sway bar, and that's gonna, you know, go in the front here, which, track bar, sway bar, really cool stuff. Whoever gets this car is gonna be very lucky. This is gonna be probably one of my favorite builds since I've been here at FantomWorks. I know I say that about a lot of our cars we build here, but when it comes to resto mod stuff, I love it. I love the modern conveniences in an old shell, you know? Because cars today don't look like they did back in the 60s and 70s, you know? So to be able to have modern, you know, fuel injection, disc brakes all the way around, automatic, multi-speed automatics, you know, 4, 6-speed, 8-speed, 10-speed cars with the drivability of a new car, but it's got an old shell on it. So to me, nothing gets better than that.
This is gonna be a great suspension setup.
Okay, so here's the rest of the RideTech. Yeah, we don't have a bunch of lights and stuff over here. So here's kind of a sneak peek at their version of a C2, C3 rear trailing arm. But if you look at it, I mean, this thing is just wicked. I mean, it's fully welded plate, looks like 1/4-inch steel. I mean, this thing is monstrous. You know, of course, they got their logo is in there as well. That's the RideTech logo right there. This works with this setup we got. We're running a stock hub, stock hub and flanges. It's not an offset arm because you can get these with an offset arm, so you can tuck a huge tire in the back, but we're just gonna go with like a stock style rear tire on this one. As big as we can fit with a stock setup. So yeah, this is the rear arm. Obviously you've got shock mounts here. Your hub assembly will go here. Bear Brakes is supplying us with a killer set of brakes for this thing. 13-inch rotors, front and rear, 4-piston calipers, and then obviously, you know, you got our rear shocks for that and our hyper coils. So that's a little sneak peek on the rear, but you'll see that soon when we get the 9-inch in the rear section on delivered. Because right now all we got is the front. We're just waiting for the parts slowly coming in. So it's going to be exciting.
You can check out the start point of this build in our Corvette arrival video. All right, folks, we're going to keep on building and letting you into the shop, so to speak, to see the progress on this Corvette. We started disassembling the car in August of 2023. It's going to auction in January of 2024, and that's a very active build for us. It's pedal to the metal getting this thing done, and if you were to come into the shop today, you'd see the Corvette in progress. So help us get to the finish line and get the attention going to support our charities. And I promise a reveal real soon of where it's going. Go ahead and do those things like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and comment below, please. Take care, folks.